Whoever did this must be trying to get on my last nerve. Did these jerks think I was just gonna let the tech I designed get hacked the day before I joined the Justice
I
League?
am sensing many of the civilian visitors on Titan Island are in danger.
You game?
On top of that, outside forces seem to be targeting the tower itself. The team is stretched thin dealing with all of this at once. Your help is needed.
Thanks for the rescue.
What's up? Thanks for chilling on the channel. So what I'm doing, I'm just going through all like old missions and stuff. responding to your message right now. Some of them, yeah. Yeah, I can. I can solo some. I can solo, Rip in Time Elite. I just did it, but the only thing that kills me is that fire. But I can solo it. I can solo, Owlman. Go up there.
Thank you for your effort. I sense the robots are marching the civilians off to the docks to lure us away from the tower.
Excellent work setting up those defenses. Now we can
Oh,
keep
and
those
I already got
doors.
the,
Only there wasn't so many to deal with.
Catwoman search for the feet. Look how many skill points I got, bro. 391. For real, man. I'm grinding, bro. You watch. These are all the rare collections in the game. I can say I have everything, right? Oh, Atomic, I'm streaming, so if you hear me talking, it's because of that, bro. See, look. Endless. So instead, look at that one. That's the only one I'm missing. Yeah, I've been grinding, bro. I've been trying to do every raid, every alert, every collection, like I just shown you. I try to make sure that this character is strong as possible, so if I ever do decide to make another, like, focus on my rage character, he's already ready. So instead of doing all these raids that are boring, take forever, all that, I can just worry about getting the proper gear and having all the skill points reset by the replay badges, but only the missions that are like repetitive, the ones that take months or weeks to complete. You know what I mean? Good group, elite raids. So once I, let's say, max out this character, start with my rage character, Carnage, 1991. And then I'll go from there. But from now, I'm trying to get to 437, 38 skill points. Whatever it is. I think it's 36. 436. Don't quote me though. So then, like, the people in my league, if they even have any questions or anything like that, or like how to mod with powers, I only know fire. I've been fire since the get-go. So when it comes to me actually learning a different power, it's pretty much all the same thing. It just has different perks and mechanics of that power. You know what I mean? So you have to learn troll, healer, and stuff like that. That's cool and everything, but I like to stick to tank and DPS, fire, because I've been playing the game. Even though if they debuffed it, buffed it, whatever, I'm always gonna be fire. I just like how I like the mechanics. I like the graphics. I like, you know, like, it's not simple, but it's just to the point, you know. And then so when it comes to my armory, I only have 3 armories. One for my tank that has all the OP gear and all the elite gear. So when it comes to me modding my gear, making sure that I have all the best generator mods, I have to make sure I have the best gear period for my role. and since I'm mainly a tank, and I've been playing tanks since then, I've been learning on how to use my power, my loadout, how to use my generator correctly and stuff like that. So then when it comes to my DPS, I'm still learning, but to the point where I'm at now, it's actually pretty sufficient. I have all the elite gear, and then I have all the remaining gear that's 215, and all the modded gear. So whatever my generator drags out, I get it from there. And then for my PvP, I know the powers are broken in PvP and everything like that, but I'm still learning how to actually try to manage my abilities, my combos, my attacks. So when it comes to time when they actually do fix the game, there won't be no excuse. No power buff, nothing like that. And they will. You gotta think about this. This game still has a lot to grow, and it will. So this is all my PvP gear. I'm maxed out. I'll show you everything. I'll show you my generators, and then I'll show you my artifacts and what I'm trying to do right now. So everything is pretty much maxed out in my PvP, and you probably would say, why would you continue if you have everything, right? Not necessarily, because all the feats that are still in here, I would have to actually look and go to PV Legends, for example. I completed most of these because these are team-ups. These are easy. It's just you just have to replay the missions with a group of people playing with superheroes or villain team-ups, and they're easy. When people complain that you don't get enough time to play certain games or whatever, ignore that, because PvP is always going to be free. Every time you get 100 points, you get one of your characters. My recommendation on how to get those characters out of your feats, every time that there's a mission, South Gotham, League of Assassins, Area 51, Bloodhaven, focus on what names pull out the most, what team-ups. If it shows more Batman, then pick Batman from your first selection of your points. So every time you get 100 points or 500, depending on who it is, you get those heroes or villains, and then you start doing your team-ups and shout-outs. So when the episode changes for the PV Legends, just do a shout-out on LFG. You'll find your group. You just gotta shout and actually kind of be out there. Because when people see it, people are more interested. If you're just gonna do a shout or LFG once or for like 2 minutes, it's not gonna happen. Because there's a lot of bigger chance that you wait for like 10 to 15 minutes to find a good group, and then you start from the raid. Because these are always gonna be free. Okay? All these missions, the PV Legends, you just have to earn the points. And then when it comes to your PvP arenas, okay, so my best bet is always look out for LFG groups, because sometimes there's people that are always trying to do challenges or for a team up for PvP, but that's really rare. It's more towards like the PV content that's coming out, like in the future it's going to be Aquaman again in November, and everybody's going to be jumping on these missions later on, the elite whatever and the feats. But people got to understand that if you try to complete every single content from the game, from the PvE, from PvP itself, you'll get more out of your character, and you'll be getting really as strong as possible. When you fight duels, it's easy, just 5 people, and then you fight in a certain way. You know, win 50 duels, win 300, dominate a duel. Like, you want to make sure you're just gonna annihilate them. This one. So this one is really hard, okay? Win 250 duels by the skin of your teeth. So what that means is pretty much like you're gonna fight, right? And if you're skilled enough or strong enough to withstand the damage, you would fight somebody that has high, like pretty much more likely gonna win the fight because of how much health you have in like the fight itself. So if you're lucky enough to actually pull it off, when you're about to die, like near death pretty much, that's a feat. So I have 167 out of 250. It's hard, but I've done it plenty of times. It's possible. It's just the timing. Okay, so I know people have their different loadouts and stuff like that, but I have 391 skill points. So I've been playing this game and trying to figure out like the best strategies, best keys, you know, to communicate with people in this game. And a lot of people I've noticed always try to focus on the new content, which is good. But if they focus on the old content, which is a lot easier now because of their CR and hopefully their skill points, it makes it go flow like nothing. Like it's really easy. And then if you keep that focus and make sure that you keep that grind with the right people, the right friends list, you're good, gravy. Make sure you focus on that. Because, like for example, everybody like in this league, we play pretty much independently. Like how I was explaining earlier. Like people communicate when they feel like it. You know what I mean? There's no pressure to it. But what I'm saying is, just take advantage of what you have at the time. Like for example, the best time to grind for episodes, for raids, for feats is the day before the reset. Do shouts, like say this elite raid is such and such before reset or whatever. You know what I mean? Like bring that in the conversation in the LOG. You'll find your better group because people are going to be looking at their episodes and their DLC episode content to see if they need the feat, you know what I mean, from the feat board. And if you get that, there's going to be people asking you for invite. And that's how you get stronger. Now how you make money. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, so this is going towards you, Atomic, because you're in this league and you're trying to build and making sure that you get as strong as possible. The thing I need to tell you though, Atomic, stick to only 2 heroes or 1 hero, 1 villain, whatever you want to do. But what I'm getting at is, the reason why I say that is because, like I said, remember how I'm just maxing out this character? The max skill points right now is 436 right now. But into the next DLC, which is with Aquaman, it'll probably go to 340 or something. You know what I mean? 440 or something like that. I'm thinking backwards. But if we do it like that, focus on everything you can do possible, get every collection. Okay, this is the way you make money, and this is the way you actually can recycle what you can earn out of what you get out of the auction, which is the broker. Okay? For one, every time you get a collection, collect it. Collect every single 10 or 12 pieces of a special rare item for aura, material, whatever it is. Gear. Once they give it to you in the mail, and you already have it equipped on your main tune. Let's say this is your main tune, you have a second one. Give it to your, if you collect the same collection again, give it to your second tune. Let him equip that. Then when it comes time to actually, get everything, like again. So basically what I'm saying, Atomic, is collected 24 times. So a collection from aura material is basically 12, correct? And then when you collect all 12 pieces, you get 1 collection, right? So instead of 12 times, you want to collect it 24 times, okay? Then once you collect that 24th time and they mail it to you again on your second tune, don't attach it to your main tune or to your second tune. Why? Because you already have it for your main tune. You know what I mean? Unless that's the specific style you want for your second tune. You know what I mean? But if you don't and you want to invest in real money, make sure you want like out of the best out of the game and what you can get for currency, sell that collection. Sell the aura. Sell the material if you already have it for your main tune. Because you could just use a replay packages to buy the armor or buy the style. You know that, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm speaking to you too, bro, because you're in the league. So yeah, that's one thing. That's how you make money, and that's how you flip everything to make sure that you're getting everything pretty much back. From armories. Remember how I was talking about armories earlier? Collect 3. One for your main role, one for the second role. You know how there for your power there's for atomic there's tank and DPS, right? Are you more of a tank or more of a DPS? Tank. Everything that's OP, everything that's elite, everything that's from the vendor gear goes to the tank first. Any purple gear or blue gear, like anything that's second, like when you get from the drops from the raid, give it to your DPS. That way he can collect the style feat instead of throwing it away. Then once you equip it, obviously what the better gear is, but you want to make sure you salvage it. And then what you do is, okay, so all my augments are completely full. They're all 217, all of them. Hold on, I'm gonna go to it right now. Yeah, my whole augment system, my tank base, and my might base for my DPS is completely full. The 2 generators are for the 2 up top, one side to side. They're both, all 4 of them are all level 23. That helps with my tank and that helps with my DPS for its role for dominance. And then for my DPS is power based because that's what I focus on. I'm more power than my weapon. Okay, all my generators for origin augments, they're all 217. My tank and my DPS. Why did I go? That doesn't make sense. Let me see if I can do it this way. Oh, okay, this is better. So everything is completed. I still need to focus on like the better loadout for DPS, but from right now, I'm doing alright. I'm doing not great, but I'm working on it. And I'm making sure that every time that you get your artifacts and you put those 3 slots in there, bro, and that goes to the people watching, you want to make sure that you kind of balance it out. Well, I already maxed out all like the feats. You know how you get to your artifact to level 80, level 100 and everything. So I'm slowing it down because I'm working on 6. I'm working on 3 for my DPS and working on 3 on my tank. So I'm balancing out how much I upgrade it, you know. So what I'm doing is I'm focusing on for my DPS. My artifact is at 158 and it maxes out at 160. And that's a 50-point feat, and I'm really close. So how you deal with artifacts and upgrading them properly, like where it's balanced, they'll give you a percentage on how high the actual artifact is, the F metal that's gonna upgrade your artifact or whatever. What you would do before you would actually like start leveling up and just put random F metal, you kind of want to balance it to all your artifacts. You know what I mean? If you have 20 F metals, you want to split that in 3. You know what I mean? If you have 50, you want to split that in 3. You want to make sure that everything gets balanced as much as possible. So when you get the power-ups, when you get the benefits from your power loadouts, and from your attacks, and from your health, your whatever buffs, whatever it is, it helps you. You know what I mean? You're not going to just drain yourself. Instead of just depending on the troll or the healer, you know what I mean? You can rely on yourself since you're a tank too. So that's what I would recommend. Like for example, like for me right now, I have maybe 3 F medals that were over 1,200. Okay? Anytime that you get over 1,200 or 2,000 F medal, that's when you upgrade it for the high level artifacts. Anything that's low level artifacts, level 20, level 40, you always want to just focus on giving it like 800 XP, you know what I mean? For each slot. Because there's 5 slots that you can put in there to generate your artifacts. It's pretty much like your augment system too. It works all the same way. So if you do it that way, you kind of more balance it, what's necessary on what infinite should be where. You know what I mean? Instead of just putting all infinite on one artifact. You know what I mean? Because that doesn't really balance you. It doesn't give you more buffers as much as you need, you know? And I'm almost done. I'm really close. Yeah, I do, bro. Because, remember when we had to get the armor? Then once we got the armor, we got the mod. Then if we fought better armor, like a new elite armor or the new vendor armor, we would have to replace it with the mod, but we would have to use like R&D station to disassemble with the mod and the gear so we don't damage the mod. They said that was so repetitive, nobody liked it. So they even said they didn't like it. So what they did was, which is actually a smarter and better idea, is you're gonna keep this augment system no matter what. You're just gonna get the gear that's gonna get support from the augment system. And what the artifact system does, it helps you with your power buffs. And I like that. So that's the PvE system is fine. What they need to work on, which is, I know they can because it's a simpler program in PvP. In PvP, each gear has a ranking system. 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101. You know what I mean? They can fix the power buffs on power. Power should be balanced, period. Like they should remeasure everything, which they recalculate everything. They can. Every power, every like skill point on a certain percentage, like they do in PvE. They can. Just hear me out. Once they do balance it, and it's more fair to the players, people that have earned the title of being 101, 100, shouldn't lose to somebody that has gear CR 98 unless they had proper skill points. You know what I mean? Then it make more sense, because just because they have the armor doesn't mean they can't kick your ass. But if they do it that way, it would be like a fair fight, but not giving aside to any power. You know what I mean? Not giving that one shot. Like, it's cool to do that, like a glitch power, whatever, blah blah blah. But at the end, it gets old. You know what I mean? Like, it takes the fun out of the free to play. Because PvP is free to play. Am I right? So let's just rethink the PvP system and leave the PvE system alone. Because where it's at so far, it's actually really good. You know what I mean? Like they recalculated the PvE system where instead of having to worry about specific mods, which the mod system was kind of broken too in PvE, like Hardy, for example, I couldn't put Hardy in my tank because it was a weird trinket. You know what I mean? Like, it was a weird mod. It didn't fit the tank role, for example. But they refixed all the mods. You know what I mean? Which makes more sense. Like what power loadout you use the most and stuff. That's why I'm working on my DPS. I'm not great at DPSing, but I'm not horrible. You know what I mean? Like, I'm balanced. But when it comes to tanking, better watch out what you say. Because I'll fight back. When it comes to PvP, I'm learning. There's a lot of different powers that are out there that are a lot more powerful than mine in PvP because of their, I'm gonna say, their power benefit. Their I'm not gonna say glitch, but I'm gonna say less debuffed. Does that make sense? Like, their power has like a little bit of an update, like an upgrade. Oh yeah, I know, but it helps. It helps to do different roles, you know. Well, me, I like to do fire and DPS because I know I'm more reliable with that. With being a healer and a troll, I have no idea what um, power the loadouts to do, nothing like that. So I don't wanna adventure to that. You know what I mean? Like if it's skill points and stuff like that for that, maybe. Other than that, I don't think I'm ever gonna do that. But if it's like 10 skill points worth it, I'm gonna do it. If it's not, I'm not gonna even try it. So yeah, do you guys have any questions or yeah, what do you guys want in the future? Yeah, tell me what you guys would want in the future game of this game. Keep in mind, this game is still fresh. The reason why I say this game is still fresh, think about it this way. Look at other MMOs in the past. The graphics card that we have for this game, is it higher or lower? The combat system, is it higher or lower? The power system, do you have more options? The weapon system, do you have more options? The customization system, do you have more options now? Right? This game is still growing. People get mad that the company is pay to win. It's not necessarily pay to win, it's how you play it. What's up, Alicia? The max skill points cap is 436. King Wolf. I don't know how to answer that, bro, because I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? And that's between you and her. So that you just, I don't know, be a man, bro. If you really like her, talk to her, get to know her. That's my advice. If you really like somebody in general, I would do that. You know what I mean? Just have a normal conversation. No. Remember how I told you I'm streaming? I'm replying to people on my phone. They're sending me messages, and I'm just yeah. So I'm pretty much going over like what they should do, and I'm basically telling you, so that way you get stronger. You know what I mean? And never stress over mission. Never stress over not completing the style, because just keep in mind you'll be in that raid more than 100 times. Maybe less, but if you're lucky. But if all comes bad, we always go back to it. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. But yeah, that's what you need to do, Atomic Knight. If you really want to become as strong as powerful, man, and chill, and people rely on you, people send you tales, try to ninja invite you and stuff like that, make sure you grind on your skill points. Okay? Make sure you use YouTube as a resource to kind of like give you feedback on how to do the mission. And speaking about mission, I gotta complete a mission and cook my food. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, my bad. I was cooking some food. Go with what your heart tells you, bro. Go with your gut. Trust me, yeah. Just go what you feel, man. The more you go on more how you feel than just asking somebody. Sorry, I'm just letting you know, bro. It builds you more confidence. That way you have a better way of approaching girls. You know what I mean? Trust me, it works that way. Go by how you feel. It works. Good night, sweetie, or something like that. I don't know. Come up with something, bro. You just gotta be creative. You're funny, Wolf. Start from the bottom. Because that one is red then, I guess. Alright. I need to use some machine for I'm done yet. Please be first boss.
Congratulations, you've been enlisted. As a member of Task Force X, you'll be working alongside members of the Suicide Squad. Your compliance is compulsory.
Nice work locating the base. The fearsome five are already inside. You play along and get revenge on Deathstroke and his foe. We will be looting the high armory and stealing the bounty for the contract. Simon says it's payday.
Co's driving that high flunky now.
We have a small problem. Shimmer and Jinx have fallen out, and Nana is having problems gaining entry to the vault. It appears Hive has improved the durability of their defenses. We're going to skip the gold and move on to the hardware. Don't worry. Simon says there are big bucks in weapon sales. Nana and I are still working on the logistics of how to move all this gear without Shimmer and Jinx. Simon says, just worry about killing Deathstroke.
Joseph. Damn you, Titans. First you murdered Grant, and now you turn Joseph against me? End of the line, Titans.
Where are they, Deathstroke? Where are our friends?
Why don't you ask Terra where they are? She was so eager to play her part in your team's demise. Like putty in my hands. She even thinks I'm the father she never had.
You son of a...
Shut it, kid. You came for a fight, so fight. Thanks to that supply line, I'm feeling it. But watch your step. Your first mistake was relying on your teammates. I control the battlefield, not you. Looks like your strikes lost that punch. Not feeling them. Bad.
Ah! Block, block. Just keep lunging on. I can't do nothing right now. Over the strike, over the strike.
Icon suit activated.
Pull out the big gun!
Block.
Let's see how well.
Take out those pods to bring down the neutralizer. It's weakening our defenders. That pod is neutralizing our human power.
Come on.
Joseph, don't. I did what I had to do for honor. One day you'll understand.
Jericho?
It's me. Let's go save your friends.
Alright, let's go finish this.
That is the best tactical decision you've made yet.
Well, it is Batman's bratty little bastard. Think you and these rejects can stop me? Get real, creep. I'm done holding back. You're dead.
Good thing I brought reinforcements then.
Slade? What the hell are you doing with them? We had a deal. We were a team. Partners.
Did you think I would partner with a weak little girl who cries for her daddy? Ugh.
No one wants you, Tara. Not the Titans, not Slade, not even your parents.
Shut up. He said I was his princess. He said.
Tara's frequencies are angry. Follow my lead. Did you have to work it in this utter failure, or did it come naturally?
I'm trying to see. Precious family won't be able to identify the body.
We've succeeded in angering, but further taunting will be necessary. she traps, the more likely we are to survive. Evasive action! Lava below us! over, Terra. Give up. You need help. There is no dishonor in it. Let the Titans help you.
Over? This isn't over. This doesn't end until I see you, Slade, and all the Titans in hell!
No! Terra! Stop! You'll... Jericho? No. They're gone. Go on ahead and save the Titans. Jericho and I will attempt to rescue them.
Vengeance is ours. Nice work. Mammoth and I ran into some issues, but nothing we can't handle. Mammoth, get down! They'll see you! Ah! Simon says run!
Alright, cool. Let me see. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go eat. Alright, thank you. Peace.